truly beautiful sight in the skies above Melbourne and Sydney as both cities celebrate and bring in 2009. Sky News Sydney reporter Gemma Coates is harbourside and soaking up all the atmosphere. Gemma, the harbour has well and truly come alive.
That's right, so we can see now why Sydney-siders and Australians and people from around the world eagerly anticipate these fireworks. So every year, nobody gets tired of fireworks, and this year, as they said, what they say unites us all at this moment. Everyone is just looking up the sky or their television screens, wherever they are, and just seeing this lighting up of the sky.
Well, the theme is creation, Gemma, and it mightn't be quite as spectacular as the original, but it's pretty good.
That's right. We've had a few big bangs too. But the bridge effect, it's a creation type wheel that is going around at the moment, and what's stealing the show at the moment, I'd have to say, is just these fireworks going off from. We have them as barges located to Point Piper in the east and Cockatoo Island in the west, just lining up all along here. The bridge, obviously, the centrepiece there. We have a lot of firing, over 100 firing points from there. We've had fireworks being set off from the city buildings here as well. So it's just a spectacular show.
We're seeing wonderful display from Melbourne as well on the screen at the moment, Gemma, and it's a testament, isn't it, to the technicians that are responsible for these displays, that they can better themselves year after year.
That's right, and without a hitch here, it's not something that they can, practice a few nights beforehand. It would just totally take away from this effect. But every year they just come back. Of course, Sydney this year it's the Foti family, and so this is the ninth year they've overseen fireworks, and it's just a spectacular job they've done.
Gemma, we'll get you to stay on the line while we just quickly touch base with James Dager-Nixon, our Sky News reporter in Melbourne. And James, you've been part of that sea of humanity crammed into the city there, and some people live in a city all their life and don't get to experience that. What's it like at the moment?
Happy New Year, guys. Look,
Happy New Year!
It's just phenomenal down here. I think everyone sees fireworks every year, but honestly, when you see them like this, you never get tired of them. Melbourne has put on an absolute doozy. There are fireworks coming out of the Yarra, out of the buildings. They seem to be coming from everywhere. It's surround sound fireworks at the moment, and they're just as loud as they are spectacular. It's quite a show here at the moment.
Colours are absolutely remarkable, so vibrant.
That's right. I mean, every colour you can possibly imagine it. And there are kind of fireworks things that they're doing at the moment, which I've never actually seen before. It's phenomenal. At one stage, they sent up a plume of 4 or 5, and they started to sort of rain down. Well, just like that, just like rain. It was phenomenal. And these sort of snaking, almost sort of twirls going off some of the tallest mountains in the CBDs. If you're living in these buildings, you must be wondering what the hell is going on, because it's just loud and bright at the moment. It's, as I mentioned, it is quite a scene.
What is the overriding theme for Melbourne this year, James?
Well, it's meant to be partying under a great southern star, and look, certainly they've got the partying right. It's heaving down here at Federation Square at the moment. It's along the Yarra. Everyone at the moment, I think, in a bit of stunned silence, but there's certainly a vibe of partying going on, and the fireworks. Everyone sort of waited, obviously, quite some time now to see these midnight fireworks, and they certainly haven't been disappointed. And as you can see, they just keep going. It's phenomenal.
And James, have families stayed on to watch the midnight display, or have most of them taken their weary wee ones to bed by now?
Sorry, I missed that, Vanessa. It's just a little bit drowned out by the fireworks.
No, that's fair enough. Tell me, who's around you? Who's stayed on to experience it? Is it a mixture of families or young people?
It certainly seems very diverse. It's sort of young couples to school kids, to toddlers, to some elderly people as well. It seems everyone's made the effort to come down. Perhaps 2008 hasn't been the best of years for most people all around the world. So perhaps capping it off in style down, watching the fireworks is the way a lot of people wanted to bring in the new year, and hopefully a better 2009 than we've seen in the past year. But certainly a diverse mix. And the one thing I suppose binding them all is just the fact that everyone is enjoying this spectacular show.
Well, James, we'll leave you there and we'll go back to Gemma Coates standing by on the foreshores of Sydney Harbour, where the spectacular fireworks display there is coming to a climax. Tell us, Gemma, if you can still hear us, about the symbol on the Sydney Harbour Bridge as it's evolved through the evening, and what does it mean?
Well, we're Still unsure at this point what exactly the symbol does mean. I guess we'll have to get an explanation of this. It's all been top secret, so we haven't had any explanation so far. We know that the theme is creation. We had this yellow star unveiled at the 9 o'clock fireworks, and now it's this wheel-like effect. But it's obviously the centrepiece of the celebrations tonight, but an exact explanation of it I'm yet to give you.
Gemma, tell us a bit more about the sheer magnitude of and the resources that have gone into this pyrotechnics display.
Well, the New Year's Eve celebrations actually takes over a year of planning. So before even last year's New Year's Eve celebrations were kicking off, they're planning these ones already. And in terms of the fireworks, we have 5,000 kilograms of explosives, and with the effects tonight, there's over 100,000 effects, pyrotechnic effects taking place here across the harbour, and as James was saying, they just keep going at the moment.
You mentioned before
with that planning, I mean, they've obviously been planning it a long time. They've had this creation-type storm that they were saying, and indeed before these fireworks kicked off, we had this lightning-type effect. And the creative director, Rhoda Roberts, says that it's so particularly relevant this year because the storm has this cleansing effect, as they say, and 2008 has been quite a tough year for many, and this marks a new beginning, 2009, and hopefully better things on the horizon.
Yeah, absolutely, Gemma. A lot of people tonight obviously unsure of what the year ahead will bring. We've even had the Prime Minister today warning we're in for a difficult 2009. Wow, look at that. Takes your breath away. I think we just saw a little bit earlier a bit of the lightning effect that you were talking about.
Yeah, that's right. So they're saying this storm as it was leading up, and thunder-type sounds, lightning, and these rain-type effects. And this is what was to symbolise this storm. But as we say, even with this creation storm, with this bridge effect, I think right now it's all just being overshadowed by this fireworks that just keeps going. They're from right across the harbour, and it's just non-stop. It'll be 12 minutes, in fact, of fireworks.
And the eyes of the world on Sydney and Melbourne at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. And we know that the rest of the world eagerly anticipates to see what we unveil each year as they await their own celebrations. We're one of the first, and really, it's such a big and spectacular display right now. I don't think anyone could be disappointed with this.
And that's the culmination, it would seem, of the Sydney fireworks display and the symbol on the bridge. I guess you could say symbolising, if this is creation, a blazing sun, a ball of a sun on the Sydney Harbour Bridge now as the last of the fireworks die away. And I know you've been a bit busy concentrating and talking to us and observing what's going on around you. Have you had a chance to assess the reaction of people to the display this year?
Well, no, actually, at this point, but I'm sure we'll have a lot of opinions of it after this. But at the moment, the reaction I've just got from everyone around here, just staring up into the sky, and that's what we were saying before. When the creative director chose creation, she wanted something that united everybody, which creation does. But really, what is actually uniting everybody right now is that everybody has been watching these fireworks all at the same time.
And now the task of making your way home begins, Gemma.
Yes, so everybody's happy to watch the fireworks, and then the car horns start beeping. You can already hear it now, so people eager to get away before the big crowds and the traffic jams start, because there are just so many people in here. Most people would have caught public transport, but there are a lot of cars around, and a lot of people trying to eagerly make their way out of the city now, and then others eagerly waiting to party on all night.
I was going to say, who's going home? The fireworks might be over, but the party's just started.
Maybe if you have little ones, it might be time to go home.
Gemma, thank you very, very much for your coverage tonight from the harbour side and this unbelievable display on the harbour.
Thank you, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
Happy
Gemma.
New Year, Gemma.
Happy New Year, Gary.
And to you. And Happy New Year to you too.
My husband wasn't watching.
Why not?
Oh dear. Getting into the spirit of things.
Well, New Zealand's become the